Alright, everybody. It's time for John Harchick movie reviews. You get your latest news, reviews, and previews of upcoming movies and DVDs and videos and all that stuff. So, tonight is going to be the greatest and best show of all time ever for any show ever. That's right. So make sure you watch the whole thing. We got lots of movies. We have more than we have ever had for any other episode. I think this is episode 4. Yeah, I'm going to go with 4 on this one. First one we have Grey's Anatomy, Season 1. I don't know if you've ever seen this show. It's about a hospital full of doctors. And they cure patients' illnesses and diseases. And this is a 2-disc DVD. Not 1, 2. And Season 1 of the show, they probably have more than one season. I think the show's on ABC. They've got a very wide variety of characters. They have the white guy, the black guy, the Asian woman, the white woman, the gay guy, the other white woman, and another black guy. So they have a lot of characters, and this show gets a lot of ratings. You simply can't stop watching. And bonus features include a lot of stuff like director commentary and a special directing of Grey's Anatomy special, and it's got a lot of stuff. It's probably got every episode in the season, at least. They have a booklet inside with all original material. They didn't just copy the cover. They have a scene selection guide. It looks like it has at least 9 episodes. That's pretty amazing. And inside, they have a thing where you can enter to win any DVD. That's pretty neat. Again, it's 2 discs. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a 3 out of 5 on this one, because it's pretty clean. The DVD is pretty clean, and it gets a lot of good ratings, but I've never seen the show, so 3 out of 5. Next up we have Anchorman with Will Ferrell. Anchorman: The Legend of Ron Burgundy. This is a movie about Will Ferrell as a news reporter for some station, and it's in like the 80s. Now the problem I had with this movie is it's not very realistic. Will Ferrell is more of a comedian than an actor, and he just didn't seem like a news guy. They usually don't act like that. I don't think so. And the mustache was a little big. I did see the movie, and this is the uncut and unrated and uncalled for edition. And there's no booklet inside. You lose a point for that, Anchorman. There is a scene with Jack Black where he kicks a dog off of a bridge. That's animal cruelty, Jack Black. Shouldn't be doing that. That is probably a real dog they used, but I'm not sure. Now this is rated. This is not rated. This is the unrated version. It's not rated, and it has English, Spanish, and French subtitles. It's an hour and 38 minutes long. It's not a very even number. An hour and a half would have been a little better. This also has the interview at the MTV Movie Awards and the ESPN Ron Burgundy audition, and an interview with Ron Burgundy, courtesy of the Museum of Television and Radio. There's a lot of things like that. A lot of interviews with Ron Burgundy. I think he was on Larry King, and he played Ron Burgundy. And he made it seem like a real character. And there are some funny parts in the movie, I'll give it that. but they forgot the booklets, and I don't know. So they lose a point for the booklet, but it is unrated, so they get another point. I'm going to go ahead and give this another 3 out of 5 stars. Ron Burgundy, the unrated edition on DVD. 3 out of 5. Alright, our third movie is The Bonfire of the Vanities, starring Tom Hanks. Bonfire of the Vanities. Tom Hanks, Bruce Willis, and someone else. To be honest, I've never seen this movie, but it looks kind of interesting. They've got a 2-sided, not one, but 2-sided DVD. That's pretty interesting. Now the booklets, let's take a look at the booklets, see how they did on the booklet. Alright, the booklet doesn't come out. The booklet, you can see, it's got some original pictures, there's a scene selection guide, scene selection, and it looks like, looks like Tom Hanks in the past. Looks like an old movie. Vastly entertaining. A great, gorgeous carnival and the way we live now. So Tom Hanks is wearing a tie. So is Bruce Willis. Looks like they're pretty rich young folks. And they apparently have a bonfire of the vanity. So being a vanity is something you look at when you're doing your makeup. A bonfire is something you, like, it's a big fire, usually have in groups, and there's a lot of wood burning. So I guess they burn vanities. So a vanity, being vain is also when you, like, think a lot of yourself. So I guess they burn that, and they think very little of themselves at the end. So it's probably a depressing movie, and it's probably got a sad ending, a tragic downfall. And this is, come on, it's 126 minutes long. Should have made it 130, losing a point there. Alright, it's from Warner Brothers, doesn't mean anything. UPC number is 0 space 8539 space 1 space 20482 space 4. That's pretty good. I like that UPC number. It's pretty good. Tom Hanks is usually pretty good. Forgot to mention this. We have a lot of Tom Hanks tonight. If we get through all these movies, we have a stack like this tall. So get ready. If we get through all the Tom Hanks, you're gonna be sick of him by the end. So Tom Hanks, I'll give it 3.5 because that's Tom Hanks. 3.5, yeah. Okay, our fourth movie tonight is Zoolander. I hate Ben Stiller, and this has a lot of Ben Stiller in it. This is basically Ben Stiller as a male model, and he plays a ridiculous, uneducated, I guess, or miseducated male model, and the DVD has some interesting stuff. I guess they try to continue the male model theme. They made this cover out of squares. It says Zoolander. How fascinating! And it's 2-sided. The cover itself is 2-sided, or the DVD itself is 2-sided. One side has a cover, the other side has the DVD. You put this side down on the DVD when you're playing it. This is from Paramount Pictures. Now this also has Owen Wilson, he's in a lot of other movies with Ben Stiller. He sort of saves the movie. Ben Stiller, he plays the same character in every single movie he does. And he's been in at least 20 movies in the past 5 years. It's a little too much, Ben Stiller. Why don't you actually read your scripts? Why don't you read your scripts, Ben Stiller? here's an impression of Ben Stiller in this movie. It's in a computer. That's great. That's better than Ben Stiller was in the movie. Pretty much, Owen Wilson saves it. This also has Will Ferrell, who was in Anchorman, and is in some other movies we have. Now, they have to stop the Mugatu Dare Leaked campaign because he's trying to kill the Prime Minister. The script is pretty unrealistic. From what I've heard, male models do not kill Prime Ministers. Just what I've heard. And there's a lot of interesting other male models in the movie who die. That's a plus. They died in a gas fight. That is a plus. I'll give them 1 point for that. So pretty much this would have gotten 4 out of 5 stars. Would have gotten 4 out of 5. Because of Ben Stiller, I'm giving it 2 out of 5 for Zoolander. Okay, our 5th movie tonight is Living Out Loud with Holly Hunter, Danny DeVito, and Queen Latifah. The last episode we had was the Queen Latifah special, and we did a lot of her movies. It's kind of interesting. Danny DeVito is in this. He's probably short as usual, and this movie is rated R. Wow. It's from New Line Home Video. It's got Dolby Digital surround sound. It was given 2 thumbs up. It's got an interactive menu on the DVD. That's pretty high tech right there. And it's more than just a movie. It's the content on the disc includes the widescreen version of the film, commentary by writer-director Richard Leviger, 5 deleted scenes including the full performance of Luther Life by Queen Latifah. So Queen Latifah probably sings in this. She's actually a rapper by night, actor by day, and I guess she does a rap in this, probably with Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito loves taking off his clothing and throwing it in the air like he just doesn't care. Danny DeVito doesn't have a wig in this movie. He might have needed one. Holly Hunter. I've never heard of Holly Hunter. The disc, the DVD cover, they went with a paper cover. It's not plastic. So I guess they're environmentally friendly. They're going after the trees, not the petroleum. They went to paper. But they do have a little plastic. It's pretty interesting. But it's a plus and a minus to have the paper cover because it doesn't match the rest of your DVDs. Look at this. These are all plastic, folks. These are all plastic. This is paper. It doesn't match. Okay, the cover of the DVD is very solid. There's nothing on this. Come on. That's not creative at all. They have a solid, I would say it's yellow or teal, maybe gray. A solid color DVD with the title. So I guess they live out loud in the movie. And they do have an original booklet with the scene selection guide. I'm going to give this is a real knockout movie. I'm going to give it 3 out of 5 stars. 3 out of 5 stars for Living Out Loud. Okay, our sixth movie tonight is Horatio's Drive. This is a PBS DVD Gold Edition. It's a film directed by Ken Burns. I was going to say that name doesn't sound familiar, but it actually does. Ken Burns. I can't think of anything else he did. So Horatio's Drive, I personally haven't seen this, but the cover, oh come on, Horatio's Drive. They stole the cover for the DVD and the DVD itself. That's pretty cheap, but it's PBS, so what do you expect? I never bought a tote bag from them, so that's probably why they couldn't afford a new cover. PBS This might be the only DVD I've ever seen from PBS. They're the public broadcasting system. And there's a picture of a dog. If the name of the title is Horatio's Drive, it's probably like a Mexican movie. I don't want to sound racist or anything. That's sort of a Mexican name. And I guess this Mexican goes on a drive. And it looks like an old movie because he has an old car made out of like wooden wheels. You get the idea. Horatio, he's driving there. Now, I don't have time to go over the whole story, and I haven't seen the movie. So we're just going to go ahead and give this 1.5 out of 5 stars. I haven't seen it, but it's from PBS, so what do you expect? 1.5 out of 5. Okay, next up we have Queen Latifah in Beauty Shop. This is the sort of sequel to Barbershop and Barbershop 2. It also stars Alicia Silverstone, Angela McDowell, Arlie Woodward, and Kevin Bacon. That's sort of surprising. Kevin Bacon in this movie? That is a real shocker. I think we reviewed this before. That's not good. We're starting to repeat ourselves. I don't know what we get. Oh man, we just screwed up, folks. We just screwed up. We screwed up real hard. We already had this. Oh man, we had the next one too. I think. Well, we already reviewed this. So just check back in the other episode, see what we gave that. Sorry about that. So our next movie is Melinda and Melinda. It's our technically it's our 7th movie, but it's actually our 8th movie. Our 8th movie is Melinda and Melinda, starring Will Ferrell, Johnny Lee Miller, Renee Mitchell, Amanda Peet, and Willis Shawn. The only person I've heard of are Amanda Peet and Will Ferrell, but I don't even know who Amanda Peet is, even though I've heard of her. Now this is directed by that really neurotic guy, I can't think of his name, like Woody Harrelson or something. It's not Woody Harrelson, he's from Cheers. But Woody Allen maybe? Basically the guy who slept with his daughter directed this. Maybe it says on here. Oh, it's from Fox Searchlight Pictures. It's got Dolby Digital Surround Sound. It's a story about Will Ferrell, who his wife leaves him. His wife sort of cheats on him and leaves him. And then this other woman, her husband leaves him, and then these two fall in love. I sort of just ruined the movie for you if you haven't seen it, because that's pretty much the whole story. And I have seen this. You gotta believe me there. Actually, I do know who Amanda Peet is. She's on Studio 60 now, in the Sunset Strip. I think she cheats on Will Ferrell. And this includes the widescreen and full screen edition. Good job, Melinda and Melinda. They put the widescreen and the full screen edition on there. You're getting an extra 2 points for that. And you would have gotten 2 points, but now you're getting 4. You're getting 4 out of 5, Melinda and Melinda. So check that out. Our 9th movie tonight is The Festival in Cannes. Festival in Cannes? I guess The Festival in Cannes. That's... The Festival in Cannes. Festival in Cannes? Festival in Cannes. Okay, the next movie is The Festival in Cannes. The Festival in Cannes. I don't like that title. I don't think I like this movie at all. Oh my god. Look at this. They took the booklet cover, The Festival in Cannes, and they made it the DVD cover. And look at this. Look at this. It's the cover too. Way to cheap out on this. Can't afford a graphic designer to make a new cover. It's probably a terrible movie. Might as well make it the back too. Festival in Cannes. Piece of crap. Making it the cover, the DVD cover, and the cover. I'm speechless. This movie, pretty much everything we tell these companies not to do with their DVDs, they did. Way to go, Festival in Cannes. Rated PG-13. Doesn't really matter though. Has Zach Norman. They said it's a smart, passionate, sharply funny merry-go-round of a romance. Yeah, thank you, Festival in Cannes. Thanks for bragging about how good your movie is. That's a real cocky move right there, Festival in Cannes. The cockiest cop-out I've ever seen. This includes the widescreen version. It's another downfall. Festival in Cannes. This doesn't have anything. This is crap. They have pictures of the movie in the back, but it looks like they made it really small, so you can't even see what's going on. Alright, we're giving this might be our lowest rating ever. We're giving this half a star out of 5. You should get original material, make a good title that makes sense. Festival in Cannes. Half a star out of 5. Next up we have Connie and Carla. The full screen edition. Connie and Carla looks like a movie about two women who are in some kind of a stage drama acting type of movie. I haven't seen this one, but it's rated PG-13. Got a 1.33/1 aspect ratio. It's from Universal Pictures. It's got Dolby Digital surround sounds from DDT. And it is full screen. You're getting a thumbs up for that. And it's impossible to resist this movie. Special features include deleted scenes, extended musical scenes, outtakes, commentary with writer, star, Nikki, and director Michelle Lumbach, the making of Connie and Carla, and more. That's pretty interesting. You have a lot of special features there. I don't know. I know you can't see this, but this guy in the back looks like Ray Romano. That guy kind of scared me at first. I was about to take a star away, but then I was relieved because it wasn't Ray Romano. So, sort of good. Universal Pictures is usually pretty good. This seems pretty good. You've got an original booklet, original DVD cover. That really floats my boat. So, I'm going to go ahead and give you 3 out of 5. Because the movie doesn't look that good, but you did a good job on the DVD cover and booklet. 3 out of 5. Next up we have My Big Fat Greek Wedding. I have seen this movie. It's about a family of Greeks. Who have a daughter who isn't that appealing. I think they're Italian. No, they're Greek. They're Greek. And they try to find a husband for this daughter who has been having some relationship problems in the past. When this movie came out, got a lot of there was a lot of publicity around it. It's got a funny picture on the back. Looks like a toothpaste commercial in the back. This also has a singer from NSYNC in it. DJ or TJ or something like that. It might have two people from NSYNC in it. I don't know their names. Not Justin. Not Justin. TJ or DJ. And the booklet, wow. Alright. I was going to complain because the booklet has one side with the scene selection, the other side's solid white. Normally that would be bad, but the rest of the movie is pretty white. I guess they're trying to say Greeks are pretty white. Sort of an insult there, but it's pretty subliminal, so that's alright. Alright. The cover and the booklets, they did do some Photoshop work and put the woman's face on the cover without the guy. But you did a little bit of work there, so that's acceptable. And the movie, for the most part, I don't like that genre, but they did an alright job. Could have been worse. They have cast biographies, they have audio commentary, they have, oh man, they have the widescreen and full screen editions. In the cover, the case itself, they went with the white instead of the black. It's not the only one we have tonight, but it's a sort of a rare thing. It really pops out on a shelf. So it makes it easier when you're looking for this. Alright, we're going to give this 4 out of 5. Because they didn't do anything wrong. It's an alright movie. The family's a little annoying after a while. There's nothing amazing about it. There's no really good special effects. But it's still pretty good. We're giving it 4 out of 5. Next up we have another Tom Hanks movie. We have Castaway, starring Tom Hanks. I like this movie. It's a movie about a FedEx or UPS worker who's really, he sticks to a schedule most of the time, and he goes on a plane ride shipping some packages, and I guess there's a storm, so his plane goes down, and he's the only survivor on the plane. There was just 3 people, just the pilots and him, but he's the only one who survives. He lives on an island for several years until he leaves on a boat that he makes. He's saved by another boat, and he goes back and all this stuff. This is I don't know, something, crap, I don't know. I'm not sure if this is widescreen or full screen, but it is definitely a screen. And basically Tom Hanks, this is a really good Tom Hanks movie. Tom Hanks does a really good job acting with himself. He does the whole movie just by himself. A lot of the shots are just shots of his face and showing the emotion and the stress that's going on at that point. And he grew a beard for this movie. This is without a doubt my favorite movie that has Tom Hanks and a beard. It also has a volleyball named Wilson. They came up with that title because the volleyball said Wilson on it. They probably could have had a better name than that, but I'll not take away any points for that. Oh man, they stole one cover. They stole the cover for the DVD, for the booklet. Man, I hate to take a point away, but I have to. And the booklet doesn't have the scene selection guide. Has a picture of Wilson. Wilson, his face is made out of Tom Hanks' blood. But I bet they didn't use Tom Hanks' actual blood. So don't worry. It's rated PG-13. I'm going to go ahead and say that if you're only allowed to watch PG movies, this is probably appropriate for you. Because not that much bad stuff happens. Tom Hanks does consider killing himself, I think. They didn't say that, but it's probably pretty clearly implied. This has subtitles. The audio includes English and French, whatever. It includes a Spanish audio track. Tom Hanks does a pretty good job in this. Alright, it's a good movie. I'll give it 3.5. You would have had 4.5. You would have had our best rating of the night, but you screwed up on the booklet, you idiots. You stupid idiots. 3.5. Castaway. Next movie we have is You've Got Mail. I have no idea what's going on with the cover for You've Got Mail. Look at this. This might be just the version they gave us. They might normally have a bigger whatever. This You've Got Mail. This came out in the 90s when AOL's You've Got Mail thing, it was pretty popular. And you've got mail. You've got mail. You've got mail. And pretty much they instant message each other and fall in love. And she has a bookstore. He's a bookstore. He tries to buy her out. And they fall in love. And there's a lot of caviar and whatever. Now, again, I don't really know what happened to the cover, so we can't give it a fair rating. Here's what they gave us. It's like a mini CD thing. Should I judge it on what I think it would be, or should I judge it on what they gave us? I'll judge it on what they gave us. I'm gonna give this 1 point for the cover, because they do have original stuff, but 1 point for the cover and 1 point for Tom Hanks, because Tom Hanks is good in movies. You get 2 points. 2 points for this. There's no Ben Stiller, so you get 2 points. Next up we have Sleepless in Seattle with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. I think I'm gonna go on the out on a limb here. Oh my goodness. These are the same 2 people. Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan in You've Got Mail and Sleepless in Seattle. What a coinky dink. They probably did some other movies together too. I can't even think of them. Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. And again, they fall in love. But this is an older movie. So they're kind of young and it's kind of more realistic. Tom Hanks has a son in this movie. I can't think of any others where he does. He has a son in this. It's an interesting point. Does Tom Hanks have any movies where he has a son besides this? I don't think so. So, one of them's in Seattle, one of them's somewhere else. They have to meet in New York. No. She's in New York. He's in Seattle. His son flies to New York because they're on the radio and you've seen this. I know you've seen this. Don't even say you haven't, because you have. I know you have. This is the color edition. It's approximately 105 minutes. Come on, Sleepless in Seattle. Why not make it 100 minutes? Make it nice and even. Make it as even as possible. It's from Columbia TriStar. It's rated PG. The cover, they did send us the full cover. It's the 10th anniversary edition. This is pretty clean. It's a very, very, very clean cover. I'm gonna give it 3.5 out of 5. No, I'm gonna give it 3.5. I'll give it 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. Next up we have Splash. Splash, starring Tom Hanks, John Candy, Daryl Hannah, and somebody else. This is the whoa. This is the 20th anniversary edition. Holy crap. So this was made in the 80s, I guess. I haven't seen this movie, to be honest. called Splash, so there's probably some water. For some reason, there's a picture of Mel Gibson on the booklet. they have the scene selection guide, then a picture of Mel Gibson on the back. And he's not even in the movie. This is the... Alright, whatever. This is rated, I don't know. Whatever, I guess it's not rated, it doesn't say. They have the Dolby Digital version. That's rated PG. They have Dolby Digital, it's NTSC approved. And it's... I don't know. I guess it's about the beach. As John Candy's looking pretty big as usual. There's a guy in New York. There's a woman on the beach. This is in the 80s, so the people probably aren't that good looking. So it's probably not even worth putting it on the beach, but whatever. It's Splash. This woman's on the front cover and on the back cover and on the DVD. They did steal that, but whatever. So I guess I'll give this 2.5 out of 5 stars. They did make a 20th edition DVD, so it's probably pretty good. There's probably somebody out there who likes it, but I'm giving it a 2.5 out of 5. Splash, starring Tom Hanks. Next up we have Tom Hanks in The Road to Perdition. This is about Tom Hanks. No, this stars Tom Hanks, Paul Newman, and Jude Law. I think Tom Hanks is a criminal in this movie, and he's trying to escape the police. They gave it 2 thumbs up. Ebert and Roper gave it 2 thumbs up. Somebody from the Rolling Stones called it a triumph. And special features include deleted scenes, HBO making of documentary, feature commentary with director Sam Makava, production notes, and photo gallery. This is the Dolby Digital surround sound. It's in color. Come on! It's an hour and 57 minutes long. Why not make it 2 hours, you idiots? You dumb, retarded idiots. It's an hour and 57 minutes. Why not make it 2 hours? Let's take a look inside. Clearly, these people don't know what they're doing. Oh, no. Oh. Look at this. The cover. Oh, then the booklets. Oh. Then the DVD. They're all the same. Oh, I feel sick. Oh. Road to Perdition. It's like, oh, it's just sick. It's disgusting. They're all the same. Come on, people. Come up with some original booklets. I'm only giving you 2 stars. It was a good movie, too. But you screwed up on the booklet. You're only getting 2 out of 5 stars, Road to Perdition. Next up we have Tom Hanks in Philadelphia. The Anniversary Edition. This also stars Denzel Washington. Alright, sorry about that. So it's got Tom Hanks and Denzel Washington. I've got to admit, that's one good match. Tom Hanks has never had a bad movie. Denzel Washington has never had a bad movie. Anything either of them says is pretty much gold. And you got the black guy and the white guy, and the white guy gets AIDS. That's some original stuff right there. Tom Hanks with AIDS. So that's pretty much the whole movie. Tom Hanks gets AIDS, and that's pretty much it. We kind of need to wrap some stuff up here. We still have a big stack of movies, but we need to hurry up. This is an hour and 25 minutes long. It's alright, 25 is pretty good. It's an emotional powerhouse, somebody said. I'm giving it 3.5 out of 5. Because Tom Hanks with the AIDS. The Covers are original. Tom Hanks with AIDS. Next up we have Toy Story, starring Tom Hanks and Tim Allen. This is the 10th anniversary edition. That's sort of hard to believe. Seems like this just came out. It's already the 10th anniversary. So Toy Story is one of the first full-length feature 3D animation movies. So a 3D animation movie is basically when you take simple geometric shapes and you mold them into objects with a computer that appear to be other real-life objects. And this is the 2-disc edition. And it's a two-disc set. This stars. This is from Disney and Pixar. Now they just recently separated, but it's one of their best movies. They had Cars, which didn't have a story. They had Monsters Inc., which didn't have a good cast. They had Finding Nemo, which was just terrible. But this is a pretty good movie. And they have Mr. Potato Head in the movie. So that's an extra 2 points right there. You got 2 discs in a slim case. There you go. And it has lots of special features. It has a sneak peek at the movie Cars. It's kind of a sell-out movie right there. Disney, whatever. It's got a pretty good story. And it has enhanced 5.1 surround sound with lots of special things. That's a pretty good movie right there. That's all you need. We're gonna give this, how about 4.5 out of 5. This might be the top rating of the night. Next up we have Money Pit, starring Tom Hanks again. This is like the 5th movie in a row starring Tom Hanks. It's the widescreen edition, so that's not good. Tom Hanks and Shelley Long. I think Shelley Long is the woman from Cheers, and they really sold out with the booklet. Look at that. It's the same exact thing. There's not one thing different. This is from Universal Pictures, and so the story is they buy, I think I've seen this. They buy a house, or they're given a house or something, and at the beginning of the movie they're in love, but then they have to lose a bunch of money to fix the house, and because of that, because they lose all this money, they aren't in love anymore. It's basically the story. This is rated, it's a dual layer DVD, and it's an hour and 31 minutes long. And again, it's from Universal Pictures, so it's pretty good. Hold on. It's an hour and 31 minutes long. It's in color. It's sort of an old movie, but it's still in color. And the one scene where Tom Hanks falls through the floor has been done in several other movies. It's still pretty funny. And the house looks pretty nice at the end. It's pretty big, pretty nice. Next up we have Saving Private Ryan by Tom Hanks. This is the widescreen edition with digital surround sound. This was directed by Steven Spielberg, he's pretty famous. It's got all original stuff. Oh man! How can Steven Spielberg do this? That's disgusting. It won several Academy Awards. Has lots of famous people. You know, I know you've seen this too. You've seen Sleepless in Seattle and this. Basically, Tom Hanks, Matt Damon, lots of other people. Matt Damon is Ryan. I actually did a cartoon which stole this. It was called Saving Private Edwards. That's just the title though. It's not, I didn't actually steal from this. It's just a coincidence. And so this movie also has Edward Burns and Tom Sizemore and lots of others. And this is it's in color. It's dual layer and it's, wow. It's 2 hours and 49 minutes long. It's a pretty long movie. Yeah, don't worry about that. It's almost 3 hours long. Now the opening scene in this was really a memorable Spielberg moment because they shot it with all handheld cameras to make you feel like you're right there. You really feel the earth shaking when they have these explosions going off. And it's pretty good. Tom Hanks goes to death at the end. You should really check that movie out if you haven't. But I know you have, so don't even bother. Okay, our next movie. Yeah, we still have some more. We still have a lot more. This is Apollo 13, starring Tom Hanks. This is the 2-disc edition. And it was directed by Ron Howard, which is really surprising because it's a half-good movie. Ron Howard also did The Grinch Who Stole Christmas and some other crap. Probably The Cat in the Hat, which is a good book but a bad movie because Ron Howard is not a good director. Well, he did that Da Vinci Code movie, which is pretty good too. But I don't know. He usually isn't good. Da Vinci Code and this are pretty good, but normally not. This is based on a true story where the Apollo 11 mission, they go in space, they run out of air. No. The shuttle is being filled up with carbon dioxide, or monoxide, or something like that, and they need to invent something out of basically trash. I do have one complaint. The cover is the same as the cover. You might not be able to see that, but it is actually the cover. And that's definitely a Ron Howard move right there. Now the other guy, Tom Hanks and the other guy in this shuttle, there's a couple of them, but he's also from Forrest Gump and several other movies. They're sort of partners, even though Tom Hanks is much better. This other guy, I think it's like Henry Xenakis or something. Henry Xenakis is also in this, and he's in a lot of movies with Tom Hanks. Bill Paxton, Kevin Bacon, Gary Sinise. That's who I'm thinking of. Gary Sinise is in a lot of movies with Tom Hanks. I can't think of all of them, but I know there's a lot. He's in The 8 Mile. He's in The 8 Mile with Tom Hanks. And I don't know. This is a pretty good movie. We'll give it 3 out of 5 stars. We need to hurry up. Oh boy, we have the Polar Express. The Polar Express with Tom Hanks. This is the widescreen edition. It's a Christmas movie. It's about a train. We're going in fast motion right now, folks. It's got a train. The train's on the cover. They stole that. That's not good. The back has lots of Christmas movies. I actually haven't seen this movie. It's about to be on, I think, Disney Channel in a couple days. I'll probably watch it there, but not this. Stars Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is in a lot of roles. It's 3D animation. They use special software for this. Tom Hanks plays a lot of roles in it. Apparently he did a good job, but I don't think he did, even though I haven't seen it. There's a Christmas tree. The train probably travels really fast. There's kids on the train, and Tom Hanks grabs them in one amazing move. But it's all 3D animation, so it doesn't really matter because it's all fake. It's rated G. It's from probably Universal. Wow. It's 100 minutes long. That's a plus right there. It's 100 minutes long. It's a nice even number. Good job. It's Dolby Digital. It's very simple, but it looks like a book kind of. And I'm giving it 3 out of 5. Next up we have The Terminal. The Terminal with Tom Hanks. The Terminal is a movie directed by Steven Spielberg. He just gets stuck in an airport because man, and he sort of loses his passport. There's war going on, and he has to collect points from the pushing cart things to buy food. He gets a job at the airport somehow, and he falls in love with like Renee Zellweger or something. And there's a humanely and humorous and sweet movie, says Ebert and Roper. Catherine Zeta-Jones. It's not Renee Zellweger, it's Catherine Zeta-Jones. So he falls in love with, who normally is not good. She's also not good in this movie, but she, I don't know, it was saved by Steven Spielberg. It's rated PG-13, but probably shouldn't be because there's nothing bad about it. Basically, Tom Hanks in the movie, at the end, he goes on a taxi because he has to fulfill his father's mission, and Hanks gives a beautifully renounced performance. I'm gonna give this. Oh man, crap! They stole the cover again. It seems like there's a pattern with Tom Hanks movies. They always steal the cover and put it on the DVD. It's also the same exact idea as Forrest Gump. It's a white background with a picture of Tom Hanks. It's the same thing as Forrest Gump. Idiots. Oh, it's the full screen edition. That's good. It's good. Okay, but Tom Hanks did a really bad job of acting in this movie. He seemed really fake. There's no accent that really sounds like that, and he just sort of overdid it. There's stupid, like the camera thing where he's trying to avoid the security camera. It's really stupid. It's not funny at all. Tom Hanks, you're an actor, not a comedian. Keep that in mind. I'm gonna give it 2.5 out of 5 because it is full screen. They do. There's some good stuff for it. 2.5 out of 5. It doesn't have Tom Hanks, but he's not that good. Next up, we've Walk the Line. The movie of some famous guy, I can't think of his name, who's a singer who just died, and he does a lot of drugs, and this cover is really weird. It's made out of paper. It's 2 discs. The booklet's pretty simple. There's a lot of screenshots on it. We need to hurry up. We're like going over the limit. He plays guitar. There's another woman who plays guitar. They fall in love. She doesn't love him, but at the end he proposes to her and she accepts. She accepts, and he fights people and stuff, and he destroys a bathroom. It's kind of funny. Reese Witherspoon and Joaquin Phoenix. It's hard to say. Joaquin Phoenix. He's in this. It's rated probably PG-13. I'm not sure about that though. And PG-13 and did we rate it yet? 2.5 out of 5 because it was sort of a dumb ending. Next up we have our final thing of the night. The last one. It's Entourage Season 1 on DVD. It's a very strong cover. Feels like it's made out of wood. And it's 2 discs. It's the whole first season. It's a pretty good show. The episode's a little too short. It's directed by Mark Wahlberg. It's also based on his personal stories. It's like impossible to break this. That's how strong it is. It's Entourage. It's a story about a man who is very young and naive and He wants to become a movie star, and he gets a lot of roles, and is very successful by the end. It was produced by Larry Charles, who worked on Seinfeld. It's pretty good. And the boss did a pretty good job. I don't know his name or the actor's name, but he tells people to hug it out. And he's pretty funny, and they did pretty good casting, even though it doesn't seem that realistic. And it's just, the whole thing's not that realistic, but it's still a good show to watch. It's entertaining. It's called Entourage, and Entourage is basically your group of people that follow you and help you out. The one guy's name is Eternal Drama, and the other two guys. And it's the first season. From fame to fortune. So I'm going to give this 3.5 out of 5 stars. So check that out. Entourage. The first season. 3.5 out of 5. So that's pretty much it. We had... This is the most movies we've ever had on the show. So be sure to check out the next episode of John Hartchik Movie Reviews. Yeah, that's it. Good night. Thank you.